Japan University offers ninja studies degree. I didn't see you in class yesterday. Thanks, sir. 4 years ago, my physics teacher and I made a chair ball. Every chair in the room is balanced on one. This girl is really 32 years old, but she has to flash her ID about 32 times a day to prove that's her real age. How to kill an introvert. Starve him to death by putting a stranger in the kitchen. The tusk of a woolly mammoth being unearthed from a Siberian riverbed. Wrong. Huge earthworm. If you break a bone in your arm or leg, immediately repeat the injurious action on the other side. The pain of the broken bones will be much less than knowing your injury lacks symmetry, thus restoring balance and harmony. This picture of a crow is interesting because it's actually a cat. I don't see a crow. Does anyone see a crow? Remember kids, if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. And if it's white, you are severely done. When I was giving CPR instructions on a 911 call, forgot to hit my mute button and said, I'm pretty sure this one's already dead. The caller said, wait, what? I have a common condition where I was born with 5 fingers on each hand. Lucky, I have 8. People call me an octopus. Anti-LGBT politician resigns after he's caught doing the deed with a man in his room. I was in a 1v10 fight once. It was a hard-fought battle and I had to go all out and use all my martial arts skills. And in the end, we managed to beat up the guy. US Army once tried to make a Nerf football hand grenade. I do see how this can work. Lucas knows what you did. And Lucas commented, I know what you did. Sushi date, eating them in front of their family is crazy. I hate math, too confusing. It's been 9 years. I hope you're doing great in life now. It couldn't be going worse, Keith. Someone. Coca-Cola can remove rust from metal. Imagine what it's doing to your body. Me. Phew, getting rid of the rust, idiot. That's not how it works. I've been drinking soda and my body's rust-free. Not sure where you're getting your facts from. If I were the United States president for a day, I would put all the frozen mini pizzas in a straight line and then explode an atomic bomb in one of the sides to see at which point they are perfectly cooked. Get this man in office immediately. I would never tell my girl to take down an attractive photo of herself off Instagram because it's too revealing. She's a grown woman and she can do whatever she wants with her body. I'll just report the photos 20 times until Instagram deletes it though. This person has gotten 9.8 million Steam points from this one Steam review of Overwatch 2. The people who make Overwatch not safe for work content work harder than people who make Overwatch. The horrible truth behind marshmallow ranches. When they are fat from grazing all summer, they will be slaughtered to make smaller ones, packed and sold in stores. Some are cut up and held over a fire while still alive. If you live to be 100, you should make up some fake reason why, just to mess with people. Like, you claim you ate a pine cone every single day. Rat ultrasound. How is she going to pay for that? Her husband works in a restaurant. The black-footed cat is the deadliest wildcat in the world, though they only weigh 2 to 6 pounds. They take down more prey in a single night than a leopard does in 6 months. He's just a little man though, a tiny guy. This tracked motorcycle from 1939. I like it, pretty cool. People often say they hope their deceased pet is chasing squirrels in doggy heaven. What did all those squirrels, do people say that? I've never heard anyone say that. What did all those squirrels do to deserve an afterlife of torment? Dog heaven is also squirrel hell. It's a very efficient system. The thought of squirrels sinning so much in the mortal plane that they have to be sent to squirrel hell to atone. They know that the bird feeder isn't meant for them. In Target. Little girl in checkout line. I'm gonna see a cow today. Me. Wow, that sounds so cool. Mum of girl. Please ignore her. She's trying to say her grandma, but she heard me call her a cow today and she won't stop repeating it. I got this tank top on Amazon and they sent me a dress. On the plus side, it does make me look great. Every 6 months, this man in South Dakota climbs this communication tower to change the light bulb. He is paid $20K per climb. What's it called when you're introverted, but have taken on numerous leadership and outgoing roles in your whole life? Introvertuous. I'm here to help, but I'd rather not be. This ad on the train is going to trigger some people. Did you just spend 100K to get a 40K job when Henry Cavill had to prove to his nephew's teachers that his uncle was in fact Superman? That boy looks determined. My bad, and you're good is my favorite English language exchange. What about when people say, no, yeah, that too? Are these the only 2 options? In the last 5 years, Melissa has spent over 500K on sidekicks. That's enough money to buy 416 poodles. A few days ago, I was walking past a basketball court, and a ball flew past me, and I didn't flinch, caught the ball, threw it back at the guy, responded to his, thanks bro, with a nod. It was like the ghost of some guy named Chad took over me, so I didn't embarrass myself. A bro talked to me today, and it caught me very off guard, but instead of my voice rising an octave, I dropped it an octave, and I suddenly was effortlessly speaking bro back to him. This resulted in a very positive interaction. Thanks, Chad. Like the video to be possessed by a good ghost Chad in your hour of need. Why is no one freaking out over Mater from Cars? The guy lives in a junkyard full of car parts, which wouldn't be that bad if he didn't exist in a universe of talking cars. He sleeps surrounded by discarded organs and hollowed out corpses. You are suddenly able to see numbers above people's heads, which are counting down and you have no idea why. One person you meet reaches 0 and hands you a ravioli from their back pocket. The numbers, it's a ravioli countdown. You are the ravioli receiver. I walked into my room and found this sitting on my bed. To this love dad. Thanks dad. Apparently my dad bought this for me because when I said I want a mango smoothie this morning, he thought I said I want a watermelon to soothe me. Thanks dad. Well, at least he's caring. Girlfriend who spends 18 hours a day watching videos about dudes who ate their entire family. I don't know, I just feel anxious for some reason. Oregon man driving stolen car crashes into woman driving another stolen car. This is the romantic comedy I want to see this summer. In 1845, 79 people died in a bridge collapse over the River Burr because a large crowd had gathered to watch a clown in the bathtub be pulled upriver by 4 geese. The world before Netflix. Breastplate of a cavalryman, struck by cannonball while serving Napoleon. I don't care how ugly you are. If you're funny, you can bag any girl you want. Guess what? What? Chicken butt. This guy's funny. I just love the lack of privacy in the pharmacy line. Just standing there shouting out my name, date of birth, and exactly what is wrong with me for the world to hear. Let's go is the male equivalent of slay. This is causing immense controversy. In 2015, Godzilla became an official Japanese citizen and was also employed as a tourism ambassador of Japan. Asked my roommate for an update on my cat Tofu, and she sent me this. He is doing quite fine. Decided to update my resume. My name, Austin. I've done almost 100 things. People who learn English as a second language are superheroes. Could you imagine looking at the word yacht and not just giving up? Why my hand shaky? Your skeleton is ready to hatch? This is so ominous. Thank you. Elephants in Cambodia have learned to exploit their right of way and stop passing sugarcane trucks to steal a snack. Not gonna lie, that would be so hot. I love pathetic men. Just imagine he's playing basketball, points at you and says, "This is for you," and completely misses. My nephew has a new classmate from Zimbabwe, and upon discovering that Zimbabwe is in Africa, these kids are 6, the first thing everyone asked him is if he'd been to Wakanda. His reply, "No, there are forest fields around it." Selling my cow, he ain't moved yet. I think he's Spanish. A malfunction causes red wine to flow from faucets in an Italian town. Americans rebuilding their houses right after they got blown away in a hurricane with the same materials that caused the houses to get blown away. Apparently my kid got in trouble today for packing our toaster in his backpack and pulling it out at lunch to make Pop-Tarts for his class. I can't stop laughing. Me and my twin painting. Which one's the painting? Name a game you're proud to have 100% completed. Hey Ubi, why don't you name a game you have completed at 100% before releasing? I can't. The guy I'm seeing is getting his hair cut before he goes to the shelter to rescue a dog because he wants the dog to think his father is handsome. I hope you married him. One day last semester, I was on the bus heading to class and I was like, damn, class started 10 minutes ago. I'm going to be late again. And then I looked down and realized that my professor was in the seat in front of me editing his PowerPoints for the class that we were both supposed to be in. Homeless cats annoy me. What do you want to be homeless for? Stop running away from me and get in my car. Let me catnap you, please. We have never found a cave painting of a salad. Not yet. What's your favorite thing someone else drew? Definitely this. I wish these were real. Maybe if we genetically mutate them. What is the weirdest thing a complete stranger has done to you? I got told to show me your bobs while in a crosswalk. The car had several guys in it. I did it and they cheered. I'm a 6'4", 240 pound very hairy man. It was an interesting experience. When my daughter was 7 years old, she once interrupted a bedtime story to tell me, in a pie eating contest, it doesn't matter if you win or lose because you get to eat a pie. And I think about that a lot. Okay, so I snapped my fingers like a lot and I snapped them really good and loud. And this lady in the next aisle over replied as soon as I snapped, "I'm good girl." And her husband said, "That wasn't me, babe. I'm dead." What? Ooh, I wonder what they're doing with clicking. I know this is meant for a dog, but same. My personality. I am very shy, but I am very food motivated, so I'm just a few treats away from being your new best friend. The banana was once a perfect representation of a phone shape. You could hold it up and be like, hello, and make your friends die laughing. These times are behind us. Phones are just rectangles now. We need a replacement food. I hereby nominate the ice cream sandwich. Yeah, but ice cream sandwiches are rarer than just having a banana. I think it should be an apple for no reason. One day a dude was like, "This is blue raspberry flavor." And we said, "Raspberries aren't blue." And he said, "Well, this is what they would taste like if they were." And we just said, "Oh, okay." okay? At my boss's funeral, kneeling and whispering at coffin. Who's thinking outside the box now, Gary? I told this joke to my wife while she was using mouthwash, and she spit it out. How is he not humiliated? I love that The Weeknd looks like when a girl draws a bit on her face for a low-budget comedy sketch. Laser tagging is terrifying. They give you a 10-minute speech, like you're about to enlist into the army. That little noise goes off when you start. Feel like you're running onto the beach on D-Day. I like melee damaging people. The plagiarism section of the syllabus is the same for every class, almost as if it was copied and pasted. No, not copied and pasted, 0. If a service dog without a person approaches you, it means the person is down and in need of help. Follow the dog and you'll get a free purse or wallet. If Toad wore a beanie, which way would he wear it? The left. Actually, no, probably the right, but it doesn't look as good. Dying at BBC News. The presenter was talking about the supermoon, and there was meant to be a picture, but it didn't appear. So she held her hands up in a circle and said, "It looked like this a little bit." Every time I hear people talking about NFTs, I think of this. Dear Jane, I do not have any money, so I'm sending you this drawing I did of a spider instead. I value the drawing of $233, so trust that it settles this matter. I'd like a Purge movie where they deal with the awkwardness of the next day. You turn up at work and everyone's asking where Bob from Sales is. Then you admit you killed him during the Purge. Make tons of bad movies. Make one where you prove you're a good actor. Uncut gems. Resume making bad movies. Refuse to elaborate further. Guys, I'm literally shaking. Since Mayhem is in an apocalypse-themed skin, that means she has not taken a bath in a long time. This means her feet must smell incredible. Imagine all that time of her in those boots. My mouth is watering. I just can't handle. Ban this person from the internet, please. My dad seriously sent this to our family group chat. I can't keep up with the pressure of always having to lol or like or heart everyone's random thoughts, pictures, and amusement. For all future texts, I love them, laugh at them, or like them. Unless it's bad, then I dislike them. In perpetuity, I can't live with this pressure. I'm out. Sometimes I tell my mum I don't like something, and she goes, "No, you used to love this thing." And when I ask when did I last express desire for this thing? She goes, "When you were 4, you could not get enough of this thing." And I say, "Mother, I am 26. Mums be like, "It's just a phase," and then expect eternal permanency of the 4-year-old self. I just saw a man pick up and carry 2 golden retrievers. Large ones, one on each shoulder. He was saying, "You always do this. You said you wanted to go for a walk," as he picked them up. If you feel ugly, just know that there's a Japanese myth that says your face right now is the face of the person you loved the most in your past life. I just think it's beautiful because in your eyes back then, the face you see in the mirror was the one you most adored. My friend works 2 jobs and doesn't tend to specify which one he's talking about. So he will say stuff like, "A lady died at work today, and the rest of us have to play a fun little game called Nursing Home or Yankee Candle." Today he goes, "Someone threw a candle at me at work," and I think I can finally reliably pin down one of his anecdotes. But nope, it was the wretched nursing home. Ollie has 2 settings, high alert and cozy. Me, looking at $900,000 houses with $76 in my bank account. Interesting design choice, but okay. My mum has these Winnie the Pooh salt and pepper shakers on the stove, but Christopher Robin fell over, and it looks like he's having a breakdown while Pooh dissociates. Me, I don't really get why Floridians, is that how you say it? Lose their mind when they see a beach. It's just sand and water. Who gives a damn? Also me, sees one mountain. Oh boy, holy, that's a big rock. Instead of calling it a to-do list, I've started writing side quests at the top to make it seem more fun and interesting, and boy has this not worked at all. Grimes and Elon Musk have a baby boy named, how do you even say this? XEA. My wife just asked me if the bit.ly link was part of the name, and I said I didn't know. The skull of Dinocrocuta gigantea, a huge hyena from the Miocene that was 3 times bigger than the modern spotted hyena. Yeah, I'm only 35. I have my whole life ahead of me. Sports broadcaster. Here comes the oldest player in the league. He's 32. A miracle. This is why you have to play golf. You will never be too old for golf. Today, this guy was trying to find his wife and Fred Mayer, and he yelled, "Marco," and she yelled back, "Polo." And he looks at me and says, "That came from the wine section, didn't it?" And oh my, I think I just saw my actual future. One time I texted my girlfriend to let her know I ripped my pants. Well, that was my mic. That was a mic glitch. And what I said was that I fell and completely destroyed my pants. She thought I had fallen and pooped my pants. She was incredibly supportive, and it took 15 hours before we realized the miscommunication. I married her. The only thing keeping me sane is knowing that there's an animal called sea squirt, and they look like cute blobs that are surprise. Item: handful of tiny soda cans, each containing a few drops of pure flavor syrup. If added to a glass of water, the syrup turns into that soda. Imported straight from Minnesota. When I get married, my wife will be in the kitchen where she stays, and I will also be in there because it's our bedroom. We live in a very small studio apartment because we are poor. You're too 225 night Airbnb. No entry after 10 p.m. After back gate, blah, 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 blah. Your $225 per night hotel. One boring room, please. Right this way. Many thanks to the Anon student who told me, on a course evaluation, your class charisma has all the captivating qualities of a houseplant, which I am certain would teach this course in a more engaging manner if given the opportunity. I had a colleague once receive this evaluation. If I only had 6 months left to live, I would want it to be spent in your class because it would feel like an eternity. Meet the Mona Lisa of Prado, the earliest known copy of Da Vinci's best portrait. The copy has eyebrows. Your response to a beautiful piece of artwork done by Leonardo himself is, she's got eyebrows? Alright, all intelligent life has been lost. Oh, yeah, we're all art scholars now, aren't we? I love the colors and I love the way it just pops out and it really inspires me to become an artist. I'm sorry, I think I was just possessed by an art scholar. Or maybe even Leonardo da Vinci.